this is about Prime Minister Albanese, who says he is frustrated that the U.S. has not released Julian Assange, has not ended their charges against Julian Assange. And this is a big step in the right direction, the fact that the Australian Prime Minister is saying anything at all on Julian Assange. But this is one of the longest and most detailed responses he's given about Assange. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said he has unequivocally stated his position to the United States that a diplomatic resolution of the case of Julian Assange must be made. In his clearest statement yet about the fate of the imprisoned WikiLeaks publisher, Albanese told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, so ABC it's confusing for Americans because we have another ABC, but Australian Broadcasting Corporation interview in London, that he has told the U.S. Justice Department that Assange's case must come to an end. I continue to say, and this is a quote, I continue to say in private what I said publicly as Labour leader and what I've said as Prime Minister, that enough is enough. This needs to be brought to a conclusion. It needs to be worked through, and we're working through diplomatic channels. We're making very clear what our position is on Mr. Assange's case. And now, first of all, he can do more than that. I would love for him to do more than that. Just, I've said, I really think he should be released. But there's a lot more Australia could do. I'm sure there, but, economically, the U.S. has Australia by the balls. So Australia just does everything the U.S. wants. I mean, again, it is another kind of vassal state to the U.S. And so all they can do is make a little request, behind closed doors. I said to Joe Biden, pretty please let Julian Assange go. He says, quote, I know it's frustrating. I share the frustration. I can't do more than make very clear that what my position is. And the U.S. administration is certainly very aware of what the Australian government's position is. So this stuff is both very encouraging, where you're like, thank God there is a top government official at the home country of Julian Assange. He's Australian. The home country of Julian Assange saying this is unacceptable. Release our citizen. But there's got to be more than that. That can't be all you do. That can't be just what I have said to him again and again. I think that you should not torture a journalist and publisher for the rest of his life. I really feel otherwise. I mean, it's weird to read this article and be both encouraged, like, thank God there's a Australian Prime Minister doing anything, and incredibly frustrated. That's it? That's all you can do is make your point clear? That's all you got? So infuriating. But better than where things had been. Better than where things had been for Julian Assange.